Often happens that we are in need of a very specific set of data for our tests, that it's easy to create by running production code, but hard to manually generate. For example, in this scenario, if we want to write tests for this component right here, and we see that this component is fetching internally data from the customer service, it would be quite easy to just get the JSON that this service is manipulating and using as a stub for the test of this service right here. Turns out that in IntelliJ there is a quick and easy hack that we can do to grab this data right from the debugger. If we go in settings, build execution deployment, debugger, data views, Java type renderers, we can add a new type renderers that we can call, for example, JSON. And then where it says here, use the following expression, we can define some custom code and we have to do some importing. And this code is basically saying to the debugger to literally use the JSON library to pretty print our JSON. Let's see it in action. If we define a bunch of tests and we put a breakpoint here and we run this test, we notice that the debugger will already print our JSON. So at this point we can just do copy value and our JSON is ready to be used from the test of the other service. Let's say instead that we want to do exactly the opposite. So you have your hands on a JSON, like this JSON array, for example, and we want to generate Kotlin data class out of this structure. Turns out that there is a very nifty plugin for IntelliJ to do just that, and it's called JSON to Kotlin class. Once you have installed it, all you have to do is just put the JSON in your clipboard and then go to the package that you would like to add your data class and then hit new Kotlin data class from file JSON. You paste the content of your JSON here. You give a class, for example, customers. And what you have is an automatic understanding of what your classes are. Of course, you can rename them at this point, but it's pretty precise, works pretty well, and I highly suggest if you want to get your development speed a bit quicker.